So back, I was just in the middle of the video that I started um, like 2 minutes ago, and I forgot the name of the road. But anyway, so I'm on the corner of Ladbroke Terrace and Ladbroke Road right now, as you can see. And I had to, apparently my card, which I decided to go for the one with the biggest capacity, was not was at full capacity, so I had to pretty much delete everything I had recorded on it, which I did a few days ago. So I'm sort of like confused here because they told me that apparently I had great capacity and I was able to record over 5 hours of footage non-stop, but I'm not quite sure that's happening. So I'll give you guys an update when I know exactly what my camp situation is. But oh my God, that looks amazing. Look, it's a huge conservatory right in the middle of that. Could be someone else's private garden or it could be a communal one. But I'm leaning towards that someone's private garden. It could be this. Oh, it's a Bupa. It's a Bupa Kensington care home. Oh yeah, so this must be part of the, it looks like one of those nursing homes. And Bupa is like the most expensive health service that you can pay privately in the UK. So kind of makes sense now. Then we have a beautiful pub there, the corner, which I've never seen. Again, that's what I love about London. Depending on which street you take, it takes you and it shows you there's always something new. Some amazing place. So the Ladbroke Arms tree house looks cute. Looks very cute. Again, there's a little muse, amazing muse. I'm obsessed with muses. And then a council estate here, the Woodfield, number 99. It sounds trendy and everything. And to my previous point, because I just passed another council estate, I was saying that it is it is insane how it's all mixed here with like private houses, and then you get houses like this one here or that one going for millions, and then splattered in the middle, you get this council estate where people would just be getting government aid, which I find very interesting and amazing, if anything. But you can have the super rich and not so much living one in front of another. Um, that it's amazing. Oh, look, we have the police station, Ladbroke Road police station. I never knew what it was, so it's good to keep an eye to know where it is. And this is a very interesting point where I am right now on Ladbroke Grove Road, because at my right I have Shepherd's Bush and Holland Park, which is amazing. And then if you continue going in a straight line that way, you get Shepherd's Bush. And right behind me, this is all Nottin Hill and Ladbroke Grove, which is where I am heading towards to right now. So we will we'll continue on a straight line right up. And I was saying it's a beautiful Thursday early evening in London. We're somewhere around the, I'm gonna say 20 degrees, 22 degrees maybe, if you're under the sun. So still feels like summer, which is very strange because Usually by now, there's usually a little left of summer for people in London. Um, I'm going to cross the street. Um, and I was also saying that everyone's getting ready for the Nottin Hill Carnival, which is happening on this weekend, Sunday and Monday. Monday is usually the busiest day. Um, this weekend, big houses, beautiful. So everyone's getting ready, but the way they're getting ready, like on the high street, it's like all establishments are like covering the fronts with wooden panels because apparently the situation can get out of hand and out of control. So they just like forecasting a bad moment, and maybe they learned the hard way that they needed to do that. So that kind of gives you the vibe of what's gonna happen this weekend. I will be trying to take a quick look around and walk around with you guys. We'll see. We'll see if it's friendly, if it's not that friendly, if it's changed. Because the last time I came was maybe 17, 15, even 20 years ago. I've only been to the Notting Hill Carnival twice. And I think it was, yeah, I don't particularly think that I wanted to come back that soon. I think it's because of the security reasons and safety reasons. I saw a few things that, yeah, I don't know. But on the other hand, a lot of people had fun, and it's also a time to integrate cultures, and another reason to go out and get hammered in reality. So we'll see how that goes. We are by Ladbroke Square Gardens, which seems really beautiful. I am gonna try to take us above the edge so that we see how the square is. And yeah, we continue our way up. On our way up. I'm drinking an amazing strawberry milkshake as we walk towards my final destination. Look at that amazing church here. That shot is just so pretty. You know, I'm always more in love with this place, with London. It's honestly one of the most stunningly gorgeous, beautiful cities in the world. It's just, that's just how it is. So I do feel very privileged. I've been able to reside here for the last 24 years. I always say that in my videos. I don't know. Oh, so this is what I was saying about the people setting wooden panels up to prevent crime on during the weekend, and then you get these guys, which are street artists, coming and just doing a little bit of graffiti on the wooden panels. So that's amazing because you also get a chance to do very creative stuff. So I remember when I was younger, I used to love graffiti. That was like kind of my criminal dream. I wanted to buy some spray painting and go and write on someone else's door or something. But perhaps I'm not even allowed to say what I had in mind. But but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can see how it is very therapeutical, uh, how they do it. So that's cool. But yeah, so again, amazing church, all days, new days, then country stuff, new, all new. And now that. So speaking of which, that house in the corner, it's insane. I'm trying to think if there's a relation between what they are all doing, or if it's just an individual. I think it's more like an individual thing. It's not correlated. Right, so we continue. We will continue. Ah, very cool. Okay. We are heading towards. I fell in love with that house. It reminds me of you guys are old enough, those Hallmark Channel old movies in the, well, I remember from the 90s, where there was always some sort of like crime involved, but it was some sort of like house like this, and a very unhappy marriage, and a very stylish girl, and a very bad husband. Kind of takes me right back to home, the Hallmark days. And then look at that. Church, handsome house, state, council state flat, like just splattered there in the middle. Uh, Again, as a social experiment, I think that is quite incredible, and how, well, it's the living proof that we all can live together if we wanted to. So that's what happens here. So under the shade, which is where I am right now, it gets very chilly right now. So I was feeling those 20, 22 degrees under the sun. But here it does drop down to something like, I would say, 15. So it's kind of chilly for a little moment. Oh, look at that, old house. I would love to get an old house like that and revamp the whole thing myself. One day, one day. Now, this is a good question. I'm wondering if those are council estate. Yes, those are council estate flats. How do I know? I tell you how. Because there is this visible sign that says parking conditions. No, actually, but I thought it was gonna say, it was gonna be from the borough, but it's not. Oh my God, look at that. Bay window. Oh, I live in a place with a bay window once. And the only reason why I wanted to stay in that house was precisely because of the bay window. Everything else I hated. But it was just an amazing, massive, like higher than 3 meters tall bay window. So yeah, I stood long enough. Then we have this very interesting modern thing, very Tokyo-ish again. And it clashes beautifully. So we've seen quite a lot of interesting mix of architecture here because we've seen townhouses, we've seen Georgian houses, Edwardian houses. We saw that one on the corner, the one that I said that I was very hallmarkish, that I wouldn't be able to actually say what period would that be because I don't know. It seemed like a mix of things. Let me get this beauty here. Lansdowne Crescent. Oh, this is a crescent. I love crescents. Right. So we are gonna continue towards my final destination. We are heading over Ladbroke Road Tube Station, and we are at this beautiful crescent, Lansdowne Crescent, W11. Gorgeous, right? With that sky. Right, so again, those wooden panels, and then we got the graffiti guys that are definitely gearing up and getting ready for the carnival. So it's amazing. Maybe we can take a little peek into these beautiful private squares. As I was explaining in one of my previous videos, they usually belong to the people who live around it. So most people on this crescent would have access, but they will need to become members of a committee, and then they would all actually be part of the voting process on who they accept or who they would actually reject. So it's by voting and kind of like a members thingy invitation kind of stuff. And also you need to pay a very handsome fee. I think it's monthly or yearly or something, which is not particularly cheap for some people, but obviously for these kind of people who are able to afford these houses, it's probably not that expensive. So as always, it all depends from what side of the aisle you're sitting on and looking at things. So I'm going to cross over to the other side because I need to get some sun on my skin. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. You guys remember that song? Ladbroke Road. Elgin Crescent. Elgin Crescent. So yeah, all this, as I said, this is right the borderline between Holland Park and Notting Hill. And it's getting ready for Nottin Hill Carnival. If we would take a ride, for instance, which we are not, on this corner, we would be literally like a few blocks from Portobello Road, which is, I would say, the epic center of the carnival, which is exactly there where that green building is. If you guys can see it right at the back, that's Portobello Road. So yeah, all this area is it's kind of the heart of Notting Hill where we are right now. Because usually where I am based right now, it's still Notting Hill, but it's Notting Hill Gate, which is same thing but different. That's an inner joke of someone, but yeah. But hold on, I'm getting rid of that. And yes, people are putting those wooden panels up. Look at this. I find it very interesting because I do something. It's kind of to see to cover and protect their front of their residence, their homes. I'm guessing from all sorts, not just like people breaking things, but probably even taking pieces and that. When I lived in Soho, I remember, even though I was in a little mews, whenever we had the gay pride, that used to be very gross, for the lack of a better term. So after the gay pride, we would come out and find all sorts. Like people would actually taking dumps, peas, and you would see syringes and all sort of nasty things, I have to say. Yeah, and that's London. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I was never very looking forward to Pride, because I felt like, oh my God, not again. And at the time I had a little Dachshund, so I remember I was petrified that Thomas would actually step on some used needle or something disgusting. So yeah, I'm guessing they are preparing for the worst. Notting Hill as well this weekend. 111 triple one. I like that number. That door would be a fun place to live. And we are getting very close to where I have to come. Maybe one day I will tell you guys what I was doing around here. So thank you for watching, guys. Ladbroke Grove and Cornwall Crescent. I'm gonna cut this video short here in the heart of Notting Hill as we are getting ready for Carnival this weekend. Still people sitting outside thinking like the rest of Europe is at the peak of the summer as we speak. But here we are, I don't know, like, as I said, 20 degrees, but with like a very chilly breeze if we're not under the sun. So yeah, it's kind of chilly, not gonna lie. But hey, we still call it summer. That's our Londoners pile of BS. Thank you for watching, guys. Um, I'm just gonna say it again: like, follow, subscribe, donate, have a wank, do all the do's and all the don'ts. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.